Trump is in absolute denial about his debate performance last night. He has spent all morning doing media interviews claiming that he won the debate. It was actually an easy debate and he beat Kamala so badly he won't have to debate her again, and that he's winning in every single poll. He has truly reached a new level of delusion. And at the same time, it's almost impressive how JD Vance is able to make the situation much worse every single time he does a media hit. See, Vance, along with the rest of the MAGA universe, are all in damage control mode today, watching the house burn down from the inside, doing interviews and running defense for Donald Trump after he essentially had a public meltdown on the debate stage last night, claiming that Kamala Harris was a Marxist, that immigrants are eating pets, saying that we are transgendering illegal immigrants in prisons, and on top of that, he doubled down on his wild, wacky tariff proposal that made everybody realize this man does not even know what tariffs are. So we have a lot to break down, and I want to jump right into it. All that I ask is that you leave a like on the video below and make sure you subscribe to the Mockler channel. So in this first clip, I just want to show you this watch party for the debate that happened yesterday. Just watch this reaction to the dog moment.
Talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
Can I just say, that is actually Donald Trump's worst nightmare. Let me play it one more time. We know that narcissists, sociopaths, they hate being laughed at more than anything else. Take one more look at it.
They're eating the dogs.
This clip made me love my fellow American citizens. I mean, obviously I already do, but everybody in this clip is absolutely awesome. Let's jump into the meat of the video. Let's start off with this clip where JD Vance says something about Taylor Swift with no shred of self-awareness. Just listen closely to what he says.
Of Harris and Waltz right after. She has 283 million followers on Instagram, and I'm sure that someone brought to your attention that she signed it, childless cat lady. This is a phrase that you are going to hear in your dreams and your nightmares probably for many years to come. How do you speak to women voters who obviously they care about what she thinks?
Of course. Well, look, we admire Taylor Swift's music, but I don't think most Americans, whether they like her music or fans of hers or not, are going to be influenced by a billionaire celebrity who I think is fundamentally disconnected from the interests and the problems of most Americans. Look, when grocery prices go up by 20%, it hurts most Americans. It doesn't hurt Taylor Swift. When housing prices become unaffordable, it doesn't affect Taylor Swift or any other billionaire. It does affect middle-class Americans.
There's absolutely no shot he said that with zero self-awareness. If you guys didn't hear it, he said that Americans won't connect with a billionaire who is out of touch. Let me play it one more time. If you would have tuned in at that exact moment, I would have thought they were talking about Donald Trump.
Most Americans, whether they like her music or fans of hers or not, are going to be influenced by a billionaire celebrity who I think is fundamentally disconnected from the interests.
Talk about being fundamentally disconnected from the interests of the American people. Donald Trump is the one who's always talking about immigration being a problem, but then he told Congress to shoot down Lankford's bill. That's an easy one. What about being born with a golden spoon in your mouth? Is that the analogy? Or a golden toilet? A golden everything. Donald Trump was brought up and given a massive, massive loan. It's just absolutely absurd to me that JD Vance said this with no self-awareness. Is he trolling us at this point? Is somebody that's writing his speeches or his one-liners trolling us? Because that is beyond parody. Now, here's a clip of Donald Trump absolutely coping about the debate yesterday. We know that this dude is in denial all the time about losing, but it's insane to watch it happen in real time 24 hours later. This is like a man. It's like the old man yells at cloud meme. He's just in straight denial. Take a look.
And, well, we're looking at it, but, you know, when you win, you don't really necessarily have to do it a second time. So we'll see. But I thought we had a great debate last night. Thank you very much.
What would need to change for you to agree to a second debate? Would you want different rules? Would you want a different format?
Well, you know, when you don't win, it's like a fighter. When a fighter has a bad fight, gets knocked out, or loses the fight, the first thing he says is, we want a rematch. So we won the debate according to every poll, every single poll. I think that, are we going to do a rematch? I just don't know. But we'll think about it.
Would you still do the one on NBC on September 25th? You proposed that. Are you still committed to that?
I would do NBC. I'd do Fox too. I'd do Fox too. But right now we have to determine whether or not we even want to do it. We had a great night last night. And you see by the poll numbers, it was really fantastic. Thank you very much, everybody.
Okay, he does not want to do a second debate. Spoiler alert, he is trying to weasel his way out. Also, spoiler alert, he is lying when he says that every single poll shows him winning. Almost every focus group that I saw on the mainstream networks and on alternative networks, I know that Sarah Longwell, people over there do great focus groups. They all said that Kamala Harris won, that Donald Trump was absolutely unhinged. And if you saw people talking to actual voters, not just Trump sycophants, then you'll know that Kamala Harris did way better. And I think Trump is in absolute denial. I know Trump is in absolute denial, an impressive amount of denial at this point. Here is Representative Mike Walz talking about abortion.
When you have 8 states that have 0 restrictions, 8 states that have 0 restrictions all the way up to the minute of birth, ABC was all over the place and one-sided.
Sir, you know
on
that's
its,
not.
air quote,
You know that's not. You know that's not how it happens.
I'm holding up an
but I do. I want to ask you
from the Dispatch.
I want to ask you because you were a surrogate. You were a surrogate for.
He's holding up a blurry piece of paper. Oh no, this is literally like Donald Trump on the debate stage last night saying, but I saw it on the TV. The man on the TV said it to me. Donald Trump is absolutely losing his mind, and I'm glad that the person on CNN said, you know that's not how it works. You absolutely know better than that, and you're playing dumb. Watch this funny clip. Sorry to make it funny real quick, but not sorry. Watch this clip when you spot Donald Trump at the aquarium.
Now I want to sit back and relax and enjoy my evening. When all of a sudden,
look at this fish. That is definitely Trump fish. That is Trump's face right there on that fish. That's the face he was making during the entire debate, which, by the way, was his mugshot face. Let me know in the comment section below. Does that look like Donald Trump? Does that fish look like Donald Trump? Yes or no? Because I 100% see it. But throughout the entire debate, Donald Trump had this demeanor. Like, he was acting like a criminal. He was staring into the camera, giving his mugshot face. Even when he shuffled on stage, he kind of was avoidant, tried to avoid Kamala Harris, if you guys saw that clip, acting like an absolute criminal. Just criminal vibes. Meanwhile, VP Kamala Harris was confident. She walked across the stage to shake his hand and say, Kamala Harris, she introduced herself and said, I hope you have a good debate. Very assertive, very dominant. Meanwhile, Donald Trump also couldn't look at Kamala Harris. That feeds into everything. It is exactly like a criminal sitting there who is not able to look over at the prosecutor because he's nervous. And even when he walked in, like I said, it's just insane how avoidant he was. He was like somebody who is incredibly antisocial and doesn't like cameras. And we know that it's not how Donald Trump is. This guy cannot stop yapping in front of cameras. So to see Donald Trump kind of avoidant, kind of weird, kind of staring into the camera, just made me realize he's actually scared of Kamala Harris in a way that I don't think he was scared of Joe Biden. Now in 2020, Joe Biden swept the floor with him. Of course he was scared, but in the last debate, he was just confident and let it unfold. In this debate, he was on defense the entire time. That is the fundamental difference, and that is why I think we are in a good position, but not good enough. Make sure you're canvassing. Make sure you are ready to vote. You have a voter plan. Go to vote.org, and also make sure you have a great rest of your day. Leave a like on the video, and peace out.